Go ahead. Two people are about to speak.
I give way to the lady.
Okay, it's just Millie from London.
Oh, welcome from London, Millie. It's our joy to
And
have you on.
I'm halfway there because my name is Millie and the air is going to come afterwards. Millionaire.
Oh, hey. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Millie. Absolutely. The time is now. All right. Anyone else wants to say hello?
Well, you see why I had to give Millie give way to Willie? Oh my goodness. I'm from Adelphi, Mason, and Tobago.
All right, welcome from Tobago, my brother. Our joy to have you here. All right, awesome. Anybody else wants to say hello as we dive in?
Hi everyone, it's Grace from UK.
Hey Grace, how are you doing?
Doing good.
All right, wonderful, man. Grace is a powerful name, you know. Grace.
Yeah, it carries a lot.
We could all use more grace. All right, nice to meet you and connect with you, Grace. Glad to have you on.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else wants to say hello? We're going to dive into some great information here today.
Hello, Umu from London.
Hey, Umu, welcome to the call. Our joy to have you on.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. All right, remind me, Umu, which African nation are you from again?
I'm originally from Guinea, Conakry, West Africa.
Guinea, West Africa. All right, awesome. We're glad to have you on here from Guinea. It's my joy, my absolute joy and excitement to have you on. All right.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, so we're gonna dive in, ladies and gentlemen. Here we're gonna dive in here to some really great information that I'm privileged to share with us, and I'm very thrilled and excited about what we're going to talk about. And we'll have our hands in something quite unique. Right, okay, all right, somebody's at a party or something along that line. All right, so just briefly, my name is Dr. Harry Benjamin. I grew up in Jamaica. I became a medical doctor while being there. Soon afterwards, I became a distributor of automobiles, did that for a number of years. Then I got into network marketing. I've been in network marketing now for a total of 13 years, developed the skills to be a leader in the industry. And I'm very grateful that I got into the industry. Well, a little over 3 years now, I got into the idea of trading the financial markets. I got to learn about this great community known as Xtreamfx Global Academy. It wasn't called that in the beginning. I started off my journey as an affiliate, and an affiliate is someone that markets the academy and introducing people to come and use the services that we offer. All right, so that's what an affiliate does. So I was privileged to get involved as an affiliate, introduce people to the company, started earning $99. I paid a little over $100 to get registered. Today you could pay like, the higher level of $399 if you want to be a pro. That wasn't available at the time when I got registered, but later on I went ahead and started earning commissions of $500 a month, $1,000, $2,000. I've earned $5,000 in a month in this compensation plan. I've earned as much as $2,500 in a week in this compensation plan. So you and I have an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to use this great technology and make money using this great technology, right? This technology is truly something very exciting, very awesome, that you could use and make money if you choose to take advantage of what we do, all right? If you choose to take advantage of what we do, you could make some money. You could really make some money here if you choose to take advantage of what we're doing. All right, so I'm gonna dive in to what we offer. What we offer here is quite unique. Xtreamfx Global Academy is quite a unique company where we offer some really great services that you could tap into, right? Some really great services that you could tap into. Let's just dive into this. All right, cool. All right, so Xtreamfx Global Academy at the foundation is education. We are a school. We call ourselves the School of Money. And basically, you could come in here and learn how to trade the financial markets. Okay. We started off in 2021, January, and we've done really well in helping people to learn how to trade the financial markets. All right. A number of people have done very well in that space. Right. And when I started off, I was like, man, could people really make this much money? But and then, when I got involved, I realized that people were earning way more money from the trading than people were earning from people who were earning building the business. So I decided that, you know what, I really needed to get my mind wrapped around trading, and I really needed to understand what was going on. So I got involved, and thankfully I did, and started focusing on education afterwards. And now I could start. I can trade now. But in the beginning, I was marketing the academy. I was bringing people to come and learn about the academy, and I saw people earn $1 million. I witnessed this with my own eyes. But trading generally is not easy. All right, it's not easy. It takes a while to learn and understand what it is that you're doing. But once you get an understanding of it, ladies and gentlemen, you can make some really good money. So young entrepreneur student, that's $89 a month. Forex student, that's $99 a month. And then we have the binary $159 a month. And then now we have this product, which is quickly becoming our one of the main things that we will be talking about, the safety trade technology. It's a game changer in the space of trading. Okay. Now I need two people to help me to have a conversation about trading. King Arthur, my friend from Ocho Jamaica, right? He consented that he would just be my co-pilot. And he's traded before, so he knows a bit about trading. And if there's someone who has not done much trading, I see we have a C. Ricketts. C. Ricketts, do you mind unmuting and saying hello?
Hi, it's Chevanese.
Hey, Chevanese. That beautiful, amazing name. All right. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Let me see who else do we have. I'm going down the list here. All right, and I don't want to have somebody
from Nigeria.
God's power. All right, God's power. All right, my brother. Welcome to the call. And I know you've done a little bit of trading before as well. At least you know something about trading. So I think most of us here know something about trading. But I see a George's iPhone. Hi, George. How are you? Could you unmute if you don't mind? George. Could you unmute, George, and say hello? Hey, George.
Hi. Good afternoon.
An excellent afternoon, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and you?
Oh, man, I'm doing amazing and grateful. Doing really, really well. Very thankful to be here. I'm looking forward to having a really wonderful conversation about this opportunity. All right.
Good.
So have you ever traded before, George?
No, I haven't.
Oh, nice. I was looking for somebody who wouldn't mind having a conversation with us who had never traded before. Do you mind?
No, it's quite all right.
All right, great. So King Arthur has traded before. You have never traded before, and we're just gonna talk to one another about trading the financial markets. Now, here's the thing about trading. What it does, and if you could just read this section for me, George, can you just read this first part in green right here on the Forex education? Can you read it? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, please,
Forex,
do you mind reading it?
Yeah, learn about the $7.3 trillion foreign exchange, currency exchange, or trade videos, live online, sessions with extreme educators, market forecast strategies, and trade ideas for educational purposes and personal development to help you learn.
All right, awesome. So in essence, what this is saying is that our phones and laptops is connected to $7.3 trillion, trillion, not billion, with a T, and that's literally starting right now. The market just opened a few minutes ago, generally speaking. It's been open with cryptocurrencies, but the broader financial markets just opened a few minutes ago, starting off in Japan and Australia. And it's morning over there, and they have started trading already. And there's movement happening in the market while we're here talking to one another. So here's the deal, George and King. King Arthur, you have tried trading before. you know, if you don't mind, are you familiar with this chart here, King Arthur, that I just pulled up on the screen? Do you know what this is? Are you there, King Arthur?
Doc,
Yes. Are you familiar with this chart on the screen? On the website I'm using? Yeah, have you ever used
The trading view.
Say that one more time?
Trading view.
Yeah, TradingView. Thank you very much. All right. So, so George, generally, and King Arthur, you know, you obviously went through the process of learning how to use TradingView. Okay, so what is it that we're trying to figure out? Let's say we're looking at Australian dollar, US dollar. All right, what are we trying to find out to be able to make money from trading? King Arthur, what information do you really need to know? The market is right here. What are you trying to find out?
You're trying to find out the price at a given time and the trend of whether the price is going up or down.
Okay, so you want to know if it's going to go up or it's going to go down. And could you explain to George for me quickly? George has never traded before. If it's going up, what what would George have to do to make money if it's going up?
Well, and before it gets up, or if you see it's trending up, then buy some of that pair, and so that you can make some profit with the price going up.
Nice. And if it's going down, what would George need to do to make money?
Do the opposite. Try to sell.
Try to sell. All right. So George, you got that, right? I said, George, what you eating over there? You want to share that with me? I see you eating, George. What you having? Is that which country you're from originally, George?
I am from Trinidad.
Trinidad?
Yes, I am.
Is that doubles or bus up shot? Which one you have?
No, it's not doubles. No, it's not bus up.
Okay, doubles and bus up shot is my favorite. All right. So remember that when I come to Trinidad, George.
Dr. Benjamin.
Right. Yes.
Doc, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Alan.
I think it is fitting for me to give Colonel Robinson the fitting welcoming. So that's Colonel Robinson. So I recognize his voice and now I'm seeing his face. So that's one of my guests. I really appreciate it taking the call. So we have some in the building as well. All right.
All right, Colonel George Robbins. How are you, man? Welcome.
Yeah.
Glad to have you on.
Yeah.
All right. So as King Arthur had shared, right? And anyone else, please stay muted. Rudy, I want to make you co-host so you could help me keep people muted as they come on the line. Please, Bridget, those who are not speaking. So King Arthur and George, you and I are you guys and I are having a conversation about this. So what King Arthur is saying is that we would need to know if the market is going to go up or go down. So to figure that out, we use some things called okay. Yeah. So we use some things called trend lines and so forth to figure out if the market is going to go up or the market is going to go down. All right. That's what we use. We use trend lines. All right. So we're putting what are called trend lines up here. All right. We're putting lines up here and then we're putting lines down here. And then we try to guess if the market is going to go up or go down in terms of putting in these lines to figure out the trends. Is that what we generally do, King Arthur?
Yes.
All right. So here's now a development which happened, King Arthur, that eliminated us having to learn how to do all of this. You know, George, when you look at the screen, does this look inviting? Does this look like something you just jump to want to do? Or do you feel somewhat intimidated or maybe overwhelmed?
It's not intimidating, but I think you would have to study the market over a longer period before you can decide on the trend.
Okay, thank you for that. So exactly right? We'll have to do quite a bit of study to figure out what's going on. All right, so here it is where what we now have is the safe to trade technology. Now, what the safe to trade technology has done, it has literally eliminated a lot of the study and a lot of the analysis that we would need to do. Because King Arthur, you said to me that what's needed is to know if the market is going to go up or going to go down, right?
Right.
Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So we're trying to find out, is the market going to go up or is it going to go down? That's what we're trying to figure out. All right. We're trying to figure that out right now. If the market is going to go up or is it going to go down? All right. I'm doing something over here. Okay, so we're trying to figure out if the market's going to go up or going to go down. All right, so let's look at here. Let's look at this over here, and then we're going to try to figure out. You know, we're going to try to figure that out. All right, we're going to try to figure out if the market's going to go up or going down. Let me see if this will allow me to do that. All right. So, which asset do you trade, King Arthur? Which asset is your favorite? What do you like to trade?
To be honest, I don't have an asset right now. I
All
don't
right,
know.
that's fine. You don't have a favorite. All right, that's
No,
okay. And when you traded, you know, so it doesn't really matter to you which asset. All right. So here's the thing, though. Now, Colonel Robinson, George, what do you prefer, Colonel Robinson or George? What do you prefer, sir?
Just simply George will do.
All right, George. Thank you. All right, and Harry's it for me. All right. All right, great. So here it is, right? Our Doc. You want to call me Doc? That's fine. You know, anyone is cool by me. All right. So here it is, where what is happening is that the entire financial markets were literally connected using this laptop to the entire financial markets. I'm right-clicking in this box over here, right-clicking this box over here, where these numbers are and letters are, and I'm clicking the word symbols. When we click the word symbols, it opens up and shows us that we are connected with a licensed broker, legal licensed broker. Every country has a list of brokers that we are licensed to use in that particular country. And here you could see FX majors. What are FX majors? Like Australian dollar versus US dollar, Great British pound versus US dollar versus Japanese yen. We also could trade what are called indices. The top companies in the world are bundled into indices in certain countries, especially like the US and so forth. So you could see here, you have, you know, German 30, Japan 225, NAS 100, and you also have S&P 500 and so forth, right? So these are assets which you and I can trade, US 30. And then you also have, down here, we have cryptocurrencies, right? Like, you know, some people have heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth. You can also trade those, and you can trade regular stocks. But, you know, if you prefer the stocks like Google, Apple, you know, all of these things, you could trade them right here using your phone and laptop, right? So that's the opportunity that you and I have to be able to trade these financial assets on the world's in the world's. Oops, making a mess of my thing over here. No, open no trade. All right, okay, all right, cool. I'll just keep an eye on something that I have going on. Okay. All right. So we have this wonderful opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, where you could use your phone and laptops and you could trade and make money on the financial markets. All right. That's what you're going to be able to do. And when I right click in this box and click symbols, it gives you access to the financial market, the entire financial markets, all right, of the world. All right. The big assets that you could trade. You could trade things in here like gold. Let me go back to symbols. You could trade things over here like gold. Let me close this one down. The exotics, you could trade energy. Look at energy, you could trade oil, UK oil, US oil. So George, you could literally trade this from your phone and your laptop. Gold, silver, oil, gold, silver, platinum on the metals. And you could trade like futures, you could trade cryptos, you could trade stocks right here from your laptop. So you could literally right click in this box, click trading, click new order, and you could literally start trading. Now the market is just opening up, so what are called spreads are very wide. So now wouldn't be the ideal time to put a trade in because the market is just opening up and starting. But in another couple of hours, the market is going to become really nice to take some trades. All right. Okay. All right. So let's get back to this now. Let's get back to this. All right. So right here, we have an opportunity to eliminate King Arthur. King Arthur, here's the deal, right? You and I came up having to mark up this thing called TradingView.
Right.
And what we were trying to do is to figure out, is it going to go up or is it going to go down, as you have said, correct?
Right.
Right. So here comes Mr. Kevin, who developed this technology really for his sister to be able to identify a safe trade. He wanted to give her a chance to get a safe trade in the market because 99% of traders in the retail space, where you and I are, King Arthur,
Yes.
lose money trading. Okay, 99%. Here it is. You could Google it, right? Based on several broker studies, 90% of traders are estimated to lose money in the markets. And this is even higher when you take the failure rate of day traders, forex traders, and option traders, right? So people who use TradingView to trade have a very low success rate. Very few people are succeeding at that. Now here comes Mr. Greg Kevin, and what he did was he literally developed this for his sister to have a simple, safe way of trading. His sister suffers from epilepsy, so she used to she can't hold on a job. So he literally developed that for her. But later on, it became something that he used to buy several properties. He's very wealthy right now. And he started about 11 months ago, allowing other people to use this as well. So this technology that I'm going to share with you, he has been allowing other people to use it. And one gentleman has already earned over $1 million, right, using the technology. Another person who was homeless bought it for a little over $500 or $600 or whatever. And he's now no longer homeless. He's been able to learn how to use the system and make money, get an apartment, and even take care of his kids. His name is Phil. He lives in the UK. And there's another gentleman that had never traded before, like you, George, never traded before. He bought the technology and he then learned how to use it. And he's now started off, I think he bought it last year, October, paid $2,500 for it. Paid $590, whatever, $600 for the product, right? He paid that, let's say a little less than $600. And he took the first month, learned how to use it. After he learned how to use it, the second month he practiced in a demo. And then the third month, what he did is that he put $2,500 in his trading account, which was last December. And he has now earned over $500,000. He's bought himself a Bentley. And there are many stories I could give you about this. And I just started using this in May, King Arthur. And I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It's a game changer, all right? So let's start with the scanner. So forget about TradingView. George, don't even bother to go register for this, right? Okay, I promise you, you won't need it, okay? And King Arthur, if you have an account, you could do away with it, right? So here is a trade being called an Australian dollar US dollar, right? And that's showing a red, and then there's one on US dollar CHF, and there's one on US dollar JPY. What is this system saying? This system is saying that there is a sell trade on Australian dollar US dollar that we could take on what's called a 1 minute time frame. So King Arthur, instead of you having to go to TradingView to do any markups, we're just simply going to wait for these messages to come in, and then we're going to learn the basics of how to use this. And how you look at the 1 minute trades is that on the left side, you're going to put a 5 minute chart, and on the right side, you're going to put a 1 minute chart. So those of us who already have the technology, that's what you would have done, okay? 5 minutes on the left, 1 minute on the right, okay? Now, the way how this works is that you're going to be looking at colors, George. So instead of doing the old time support resistance and all of that, King Arthur, instead of doing support resistance, so George doesn't even know what support resistance is yet. But George, if George can do this, then King Arthur, I know you're going to clean this up, right? So George, tell me if you could see this on the screen, right? Tell me if you could see this on the screen. Can you see this red line moving through here? It's kind of wavy. This red line. You see it, right? Okay, great. And these are called candles right here. These are called candles. These green and red things, they're called candlesticks. That's the name that they've given to them, right? Do you agree with me that the candlesticks are above the red line at this point? That these are above this red line. Can you agree on that?
Well, some of them are.
Some of them are. All right, at the edge of the screen, not all the way
Yeah.
back to here, but
Yeah,
right at
no,
the edge of the screen.
yes.
Okay, okay, good.
Yes, on
All
the
right,
edge.
so all right,
Yes.
we're moving forward. We're moving forward. Can you now see a? Let me just stop right here. But do you see a red arrow pop on the screen?
Yes, I am seeing it.
Okay, great, great. And then at the bottom, these 5 levels are called indicators. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're called indicators, right? Now these 5 indicators, we're gonna wait for them to be all the same color. Now when the red arrow just popped up, just before the red arrow popped up, what color are they all the same color, George?
On the bottom right, they all
Bottom
green.
right, the five items. Are they all the same color?
No, I'm not seeing it too well, but
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4,
that way.
5.
Yeah, yes.
Are they all the same color at the end of the chart, where this white line is?
Yeah.
You say
They
that
all-
all 5 are the same color at the end? Yes, sir. Yes or no?
I'm seeing them all green. Yes.
Okay, at the bottom, what's the bottom one? The bottom 3, what color are those?
Bottom 3 are all red.
Red. And the other 2 are green, which means they're
Yeah.
not the same. Okay, so moving forward, are they all the same now? Would you say they're all the same color now?
They're the same now. They're all red.
Yes, we're all red. All right. So there are 3 things that we identified so far. We're going to look for a 4th, and then we'll be able to know if we have a trade or not. Okay. And at King Arthur, this is how the system works. A simple system. The price is above this line.
I'm kind of looking with my jaw dropped. Go ahead.
Right. The prices are above. The price is above. When you see these candles above the line, that's where the price is. You see this white number jumping up and down. All right, that's what's called the price, right? That's where the price is. Okay. So when it came down to here, everything turned red. Now the 4th thing we're waiting on now to be able to put in a trade. And then here's the thing, King Arthur, right? When it's coming down like this, what type of trade do you want to do?
Sell trade.
All right, but what's the risk? It could turn back on you like this, right?
Yes.
I'm going the opposite direction.
Right.
So it's challenging if you're not sure if it's going to go up or going to go down. Okay.
Yes.
Right. And see, it went up, came down, went up, and it came back down again. Okay. All right. So here's the 4th thing we need to wait on. And tell me if you see the 4th level from the bottom, George. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see that the 4th level changed from red to green?
It's starting to change from my screen. Yeah.
Right. So when it changes from red to green, what has happened is that the market started to go up. But what this is called a fake out. The developer calls it base indicator, which means that the market looks like it's going to go up, because you could see here, King Arthur, that it was down here, then it went up to here, it went to here, went to here. So if you went into a sell position, this could be starting to reverse it.
Yeah,
if you took a sell position here, right? Okay. So once we see these 4 things, George, the price was above this line, the red arrow popped up, everything turned red, and then the 4th one turned green. Once that happens, we're going to go ahead and put in what's called a sell stop, right? Now, a sell stop means that it's not an active trade unless the candles up here turn around and come down and touch it, right? That activates the trade. And our beginner, King Arthur, you should go for 1 to 3 pips, right? Okay. So just from here to here is about maybe 1 pip or a pip and a half on AUD USD, right? So let's look to see what happened just after. Let's see if it turned back around and came back down. Okay, so it kept going up, kept going up, kept going up. And then the red changed to green. Now, once we see this red change to green here, then we should delete this trade. This is no longer a valid trade, all right? For beginners, okay? For beginners. For intermediate level people, there's a way to take that trade, but beginners, you should not trouble that trade. And let's see what happens. So this trade went up, okay? So the system called this out as a sell, but we were not able to get into that trade at that moment because it went up instead of coming back, instead of going down, okay? All right, so that's that. Now, let's look at another one. Let's go and check out another one. All right, so AUD CHF. All right, the system just showed us that, all right? This one is a sell, right? A red, and then this one is Euro CAD, and then this one is GBP CAD, GBP chef. All right, so somebody could maybe just remember these four. So the system just is calling out literally calling out four different trades for us that we could take a look at. AUD CHF, right? And then there's Euro, EUR CAD, and then there is GBP, right? CAD, right? And then there's GBP CHF. Okay, now this is four different trades on sell positions that the system called out. Not me, the system gave this information to us. So let's go look at them, right? Let's look at the first one, AUD CHF. Let's go find it. I'm gonna put 5 minutes on the left, and then let's put AD CHF over here on the right. Now at this time of the day, the market is not going to be favorable to you to trade because it's just opening up. But you could see that it shot up to here, right? It shot up to here. If you were able to get this information in a, let me say it this way. If the market was at the peak of the session, this would have been a nice trade to take. You'd put in your entry point here, right? Because everything was red, 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 green, red. But you could see here, King Arthur, the green is pushing up, pushing up, pushing up like it's going up, tempting you to put in a buy. But we're saying it's not going to buy. It's going to actually turn around and sell. Okay? At this point, when we see this green. And if you look, you could see that right after it shot up to here, you could see that it came back down. But, right? You could see that. But there's this little gap here. So you won't show it very clearly. But you could see for those who are traders, you knew that it was down here. It came up, it went through, it went up. It was up here, and then you could see the next candle is down here, and then it's back into that gap. So that would have given a winning trade. You could see that. Am I correct, King Arthur?
Yes.
Right. So the system has predicted that correctly, right? All right. So this is, which one was this? This was AUD CHF. Well, we're a little late to put that in, but you shouldn't be trying to trade right now because the spreads are too wide. But we're just here for helping one another to see the power of the system, right? But you wouldn't be putting in trades at this moment because the spreads are not in your favor. Give it the market another hour, and then the spreads are going to be in your favor. All right, so Euro AUD. Here's another one. So Euro AUD on this chart, you can see at the end. Can you see this, George? Green, red, 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 green, red. Can you see that, George?
Yes, I can.
Right. So what this is saying is, what this is tempting a trader to do is to get a buy, right? But the system is saying that you're not going to get a buy right now, you're going to get a sell, okay? And if the market was later in the day, I would go ahead and I'd put in my entry down here. The price is above. I'll go down a little bit further and put my entry there. And then I would go for like 1, 2, 3 pips right here. So I'll be waiting for this to turn around, right? And come back down and push through here and give me a win, okay? I could even take a look at it to see if it's going to do that. That's the Euro CAD. So we did that. And then GBP CAD. Let's see what's going on with GBP CAD. Our GBP, Great British Pound Canadian dollar, right? That's Great British Pound Canadian dollar. That's what we just abbreviated as a GBP CAD, right? And then this one as well is starting to do its thing. If you look on 1 minute, you could see what the bar changed from red to green. All right, so let's go back a little bit in history and look at some stuff and then help King Arthur, and also will help, and I'm going to keep this one on the right just to demonstrate the live system that we have, because you could see it starting to turn around, right? You could see the red starting to turn around, okay? You could see the red starting to turn around. So you could keep that. I'm going to keep the screen here. See, it activated the trade. It touched my entry point, which is the green line. It did a little bit of profit, not much, right? But the whole expectation is for this to come down and come through here, okay? If it doesn't get to this bottom line, no big deal. It could close out some profit in between here, but it came down and touched the line, and then it's now up here. You could see where the price is, that white number, right? White number is correct.
Excuse me, Doc. So that second line is your take profit?
Yes. So yes, but the recommendation is that once you're in the blue, you should either close those profits or change your stop loss, which should be up here. You end up putting your stop loss up here. You can change your stop loss to entry, or you should close down those profits that you got when it went into profit. Because you could see you got a little bit of profit right here. Okay, a small amount of profit here. All right. So, all right, so wonderful. All right, so that let's leave this one on the screen for example, and listen to that beautiful music. I just love that music, right? Did you hear what that said, King Arthur? What did that just say?
I didn't hear the music.
Okay, all right. It sounded like words. I call it music. It's music to my ears. Well, did you hear? Did you hear a computer voice?
No, I didn't.
All right. Okay. Listen to that. All right. It might come again. All right. I didn't even get to write those down. Do you see those messages that popped up? NZD, USD, Euro. Here's a AUD, NZD, CHEF, JPY. These are all sell positions that are showing up now. The system is calling all of these trades up. So literally, members are getting these messages right now who have the trading system. Okay, you could see NZD, AUD, USD sell, CHEF, JPY sell,
This is real time.
sell. Real time. This is happening right now. So we could literally pick any one of these. Let's go to Euro GBP, and you could see the system is calling it out right now, right? That one is not it. Euro GBP. So let's put Euro GBP here. Okay, you could see that. All right, so this is on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, and you could see red, 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 green, red. Okay, the price was above, it came down, it came back up. So the expectation here is for this to turn around and come back down. We would also want to confirm on the 5 minute time frame that it's a sell. It was a buy on the 5 minute time frame, and whenever this happens, whenever it's more green on the 5 minute and just red on the 1 minute, that's not your favorable trade, but it's still a trade that could win, but that's not the best trade. Okay, that's an okay trade, but it's not the best trade to take, right? Okay, we'll come back to that. All right, so let's look at another one. Euro AUD. All right, let's look at Euro AUD. So the system is calling these out real time, not let me see, real time, right now. All right, and we're gonna get into some of the other longer term trades. All right, so here's another one: red, 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 green, red. We'll check the 5 minute time frame. This is a buy as well, right? That's not my favorite trade. Remember, the 5 minutes and the 1 minute are not red together. That's not your best time. The best time to trade it is when the 5 minutes and the 1 minute are all red together. And I know, George, the 5 minute and the 1 minute may not make sense to you right now, but later on it will. All right, so GBP NZD, King Arthur. Let's quickly look at GBP NZD and see what's going on here. Okay, changes to the 1 minute. Okay, so this one is looking a little bit better. You could see it's all red, 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 green, red, which means that this is a sell. And if you look at the 5 minute time frame, you could see that this is also red, which is nice, right? The box is also red, which is good. And for those who have the system, you could see that this price is very close to this moving average on the 5 minute. That's a good place for it to be. So therefore, taking the 1 minute sell is going to be a good outcome for you, all right? So we could also go ahead and put a line down here and wait for that to turn around. So for those who have this system, or maybe you want to put it in a demo, you can just watch it. Just watch this particular asset and watch what happens here. If it keeps going up, no big deal, because you're not in a trade, right? You only if it turns around and comes back down, will it put you in a trade? Okay, just remember that. So right now you're not in a trade. Okay, you're not in a trade right now. Okay, did you hear that music, King Arthur? Safety trade alert, safety trade alert. Did you hear that music?
Okay.
All right, Euro NZD, right? Euro NZD. That's another trade that the system is calling on. So basically, it calls out about 1,000 to 2,000 trades per day, okay, across multiple asset classes. So what it means is that during the peak time of the market, all right, what's called a London session or an Asian session or a New York session, the peak times of the market, you could use like a half an hour or 45 minutes, and you could take some of these 1 minute, 5 minute trades if you want to do that. If you're not inclined to do the 1 minute, 5 minute trades because you do not want to sit down in front of your computer, there are other trades you could take with the system that will still give you a great outcome. Okay, so let's look at something called NAS 100. George, have you ever heard of NAS 100?
Of course, in the
Wonderful.
news.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you trade it?
No, sir.
Okay, great. But I'm going to show you how the system can allow you to do what's called let's say 4-hour trades. Now, King Arthur, what does a 4-hour chart mean? What does it mean when we're on a 4-hour chart?
Each candle will take 4 hours to form.
You see, George, you see how we have this brilliant trade online with us 4 hours to form, right? So each candle
Yes.
takes 4 hours to form. Now, based on what we spoke about King Arthur, right? Where what we need is for this to line up. Green, 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 red, green. Now, what type of trade would that be that we would take when this took place? Green, 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 red, green. What type of trade would that be?
A buy trade.
A buy trade. So you put in an entry here, right?
Where? Right up here.
Okay. All right. And then the date that you would have done that is, let's say that's May 5th, right? May 5. So May 5, you would have put that trade in. So let's look at what happened May 5 going forward with NAS. King Arthur, what's going on right now? Could you tell George what's happening with your trade?
It's an uptrend.
Yeah, but what happened after you put your order in? Are you in the profit?
Yes.
Right? Look at how much you would earn if you stayed in this trade, right? Because let's just read out how many pips that is. Just read out from in the middle. The middle number is the pips.
I can't see it so clearly. So
is there anybody out there who could unmute and tell me what's the number in the middle?
15,000. I'm seeing around 14,000. I'm not sure. What
2,156 pips. 2,156 pips. If you traded $1 per pip, how much money if George traded $1 per pip on this trade? George, could you see green, 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 red right here? Right here? Green,
Yes.
green, green, red, green. And could you go ahead and just put in, we'll give you instructions, right? Click this box, click trade and click new order. And you're gonna put the line, where I just put the line, right? You're gonna put the line right here, right? And then you just simply allow this to do its thing. You allow the market to do what the market does. NAS 100. Okay, and you earn, how much would George have earned King Arthur if he won 2,100 pips on this trade at $1 per pip? How much would he earn?
$2,100.
What if he traded $10 per pip? How much would he earn?
That's $21,000.
$21,000 from one trade. That who called? Who called out the trade?
Well, the system did.
The system did, right? So what if he held it until today, when it's right here? How much pips is that?
Well, I can't read it.
2,862. 2,862. And this is just one asset. But let's look at something. Yeah, I'm here.
So when did the system call this trade? Can you show us? Can you?
All right, so here's the system calling it out right now. All right, this is a 1 minute trade, AUD CHF, Euro NZD. All right, I'm just showing this example in the past. Okay, so this is a trade.
But where on the chart? Why if this indicators if now this information on here on the scanner, why is it not if it's translated to the MT4 chart, why is there no indication where when it's calling for the trade?
Okay, these are two separate things.
I understand, but it's like it's like it's speaking in tongues, and we have to ascertain what he's saying because he's speaking in tongues. I mean, it doesn't. For somebody whom you're saying should not then learn MT4 charts or the trading view charts, why is it simpler? Because this does appear simpler to. I mean, we're still having to interpret charts which actually have no names. Like, I mean, these, for instance, the charts do not have a D. It's not the stochastic, the MACD, or the.
I don't know what scholastic is. I don't know what the other thing you just mentioned is. I'm not that advanced of a trader. I'm very, this simple system that we have is for me easy and simple. So let's look at how simple this is. All right. Well, for me, all right. Here's AUD CHF. Can you see AUD CHF?
Yes.
And do you see this red arrow pointing down?
Yes, indicating. So you tell us. So is it telling us it's a sell?
Exactly.
You're the teacher.
On the M1 time frame. What is M1?
Okay. Okay, so then very clearly, if we go on the chart, then we should be able to see a sell.
Right. So if you go on if you go on a 1 minute chart on AUD CHF, we'll come over here and look for AUD CHF right here. We'll put it here and we'll put it on the 1 minute chart and then go to the end of it. All right. You could see red, 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 green, red. The market just shot up above the trade line. Now, you and I would not have known that the market came up unless you had marked this up and you're analyzing it or you're tracking this chart. That's the only way you would have known. But the system is what tells us that there's a sell trade that we could potentially win. So the system calls it out, right? This is a scanner that just called out that trade, okay? Now, that's the 1 minute and the 5 minute time frame. You have to be a little quick to catch those. But the 4 hour time frames, let's look at a 4 hour trade, right? The 4 hour trade. The 4 hour trades take days to develop. So let's look at XAG USD. This is silver, right? This is a 4 hour buy stop that was called out on the 27th of July. So if we go to the silver chart, that trade.
I have, Dr. Harry, I have a problem with you demonstrating 4 hour trades when you cannot demonstrate a 1 minute trade.
Hold on a second. Let me just check. Is that what's your name again, sir? David. David.
Yes, yes.
David, aren't you the same David that came on here and you saw the trade win in front of your eyes in 1 minute time frame?
I'm yet to see actually the system.
Yeah, but you were on here with us and you saw the trade win. And we did it twice. All right. In fact, you know what? Let's look for something that's a little bit more active. Because I understand your feeling of, being skeptical about these things because we've been hurt. A lot of us have been hurt with being given information and it didn't turn out the way we thought it would have. A lot of us have been
all I'm saying is for a system that you claim is 99%.
Hold on, David. Hold on, David.
Why is it so difficult to interpret what he's saying and when one should take a trade? Okay,
so here's how simple this is, David. Right here on the Bitcoin USD chart, this is a 1 minute chart. So this is a 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart. All we need to do to identify that this is a sell, 4 things. Was the price above the red line? Do you agree with me, David, that the price was above the red line? Can you see that?
Well, I know that.
The candles were above the red line right here. Can you see that before this red hour came on?
Are we looking at the history or the current? What's about to happen? I'm not sure.
We're doing 2 things together. You're looking at what's about to happen, and here's where the market is buying up. Can you see that the market is buying up?
Yes.
Can you see that the market is buying up? Right. So our system is saying that this is not the time to put in a buy. This is a time to put in a pending order for a sell.
Then you come to the right word, friend.
And how do we know this? All right. We know this based on some rules that this system is designed for us to use. So if you're going to use the system, you're going to have to use it according to the rules of the system. Right, just like a car, if you're going to use a car, you don't put a car in reverse to go forward. You put a car in drive to go forward. So you have to use it according to its rules. So this system has some rules as well. So the rules are you're going to have to look for 4 things. 1, identify the prices above this red line called the moving average. 2, a red arrow pops up on the screen. 3, you wait for everything down here to be red. You could see that everything down here was red. Can you see that, David? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you wait for the 4th one to turn green. Now, once the 4th one turns green, then that's a sell. So what we'd be waiting on with a pending order is that you put in
does it matter which one turns green or any one of them turns green?
The 4th one from the bottom. So when you buy the system, if you do buy it, you're going to be trained on how to use it. So you have not been trained on how to use it yet. So you may feel somewhat, what is it am I looking for? Because you haven't bought the system. And you've been on, you've heard a couple of discussions, but it's clear that you probably don't feel comfortable with the basic information yet. Because anything that we're going to learn how to do has a curve to learn how to do it. And
that's what I'm saying. For a system that is being marketed as very, very accurate and very easy to use, I'm struggling to understand why then it's becoming so difficult for us to understand when one should buy and when should not buy. And then when you actually say, oh, it's now a buy, and then the actual trade shows it's a sell, I'm thinking then one would always then be losing money.
Let me ask you this, David. Is a cesarean section easy for you to do?
Say that again, boss.
Is a cesarean section easy for you to do?
I'm not a surgeon.
All right. I could do it with my eyes. I could do it with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
Why? Because I learned how to do it. So anything that we do not know how to do is going to feel difficult and feel challenging. But after you've learned how to do it, it's straightforward. Like for me, right? This is just so clear that this is a sell trade. And then once you see the red turn to green, I know, okay, this is not a trade that I should wait for anymore. Unless the higher time
your system now is indicating it's a buy. It's got a buy arrow at the top. It's still going up. So
yeah,
what does that arrow mean? What does the arrow mean on your system?
So you're gonna get training on that, David, because you're trying to get bits and pieces of information by attending the presentation every now and then. So what I recommend you do, you could keep attending the Zooms with us until you get a feeling and understanding of what it is. That's what I'd recommend. So the green arrow, what the green arrow means is that there's a possibility that the market is going to buy. It's not the green arrow alone. There are 4 things you're going to need to wait on. 4 things. Right now, the market is possibly going to give you a buy trade. It doesn't mean that it's a buy. Right now, the price is below. You'd see that the price was below this red line before the green arrow came on. Can you see that? Right?
Yep.
Yes, good. And then the green arrow popped up. Now, when it popped up, we have to wait until all of these 5 indicators down here turn green. Okay? So you're going to have to wait until they all turn green. Now, when they all turn green, that's when you'd wait for the 4th one to turn red. Once it turns red, now you have a buy. All right? And let's go back and look at how that progresses. So you could kind of see, let me not use this. This is, let's use NAS, right? On the 1 minute, we look a little cleaner. All right. So let's look at this for example. So you could see what happens in the system, right? You could see similarly to how that green arrow came on the screen, just like that, right? Can you see the green arrow coming on the screen now? Can you see that, David?
Yes, I can.
Right, good. Now, is everything down here green yet?
No.
No, but every minute passes by, you see, gradually, until everything turns green. Now, this one is red, green, but that's not the perfect one. We're waiting for everything to turn green. Is everything green now? Is everything down here green now?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3,
we're waiting for the 4th one to change color. But anyway,
we're waiting for the 4th one to turn red. Now, when this happens, when this happens like this, right? Can you see that the 4th one is red? Right. What happens at that point is this scanner, this system over here, is going to send you a message to tell you and me that this just happened. Okay? And that's when you see these red arrows going down and these green arrows coming up. So NZD CHF, if we were to come back to here right now, we're on NAS 100, and I'm just looking at it and showing you how the process works and how the progression works. But if we went ahead and we put on the right screen, let's put NZD CHF. Come over here, look for NZD.
Doc, can I ask a question?
Sure. And then let me just wrap up with David first, and then I'll come to your question, all right? So that we can clear this up for him and then clear this up for other people who may feel confused.
But it was on the same line that I wanted to ask.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to take your question right after I'm finished just clearing the points up with David. So David, can you see now, can you see what happened here? Can you see this red, green, red that the system called out about 4 minutes ago? Can you see that?
Well, minutes ago.
On the right side. I'm on the right side now, on the right chart. Can you see red, green, red?
Can you see the end of the chart though? Can you see the end of the chart?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the end of the chart. I'm going to do 1 minute at a time. 1 minute at a time. Because 1 minute at a time. All right. Are you working with this, David? Can you see the red, green, red? Can you see that? All right, so when that happened for the first time, what would have done is that would have come here, I would have put in an order, right? And then we would have put in, so once we put in that order, the next thing that we're gonna do is to put in down here, right? Okay, so let's look to see what happened. Can you see what took place? It went down, okay? You could see that the red candle went down right after, okay? That's one example of it. I know it's shooting back up, okay, for a buy, all right? Not a buy, but the market is going in a buy direction, all right? Probably closing this gap because the market opened with this huge gap here today, okay? All right, for whatever reason it opened like that, right? I know, you know, the market is balancing itself, I guess. All right, so here's the thing now, David. I hope that's a little bit clearer to you. We're looking at NAS and looking at how this progresses. As this is changing in real time, the system sends you a message here to tell you that this is now happening. So rather than sitting down on the chart and waiting for this to change, we can just allow the system to send us the message to tell us that it has now happened. And when it has happened, you go and look at it to confirm if you want to go ahead and put the trade in. Okay?
Still not clear, but thank you.
All right. Okay, cool. And just keep coming until you start to, you know, get a clearer picture of it. But that's simply how that works. You know, for those who have been you know, using the system for a while or getting better at it, you know, it's a new system. So it's not something that we could say, okay, well, this is what we used to use, and it's, you know, we all already know how to use it. It's a relatively new system. All right, still new to most of us that are using the system, and man, I'm grateful for it. I'm very grateful for it. It's a very, very, very powerful system that we have. All right, so from that standpoint, thank you very much, David, for your rattling. All right, but I really appreciate you being here, and I hope that you keep coming on to learn how the system works, because the system is accurate. Okay, the system does calls out the trades. It's just for you to know, learn how to use it to put them in. Okay, and you know, we could what's called back testing, which is, you know, looking back now at, you know, and I was using NAS 100 as an example and showing that. All right, whether you're using it on the 1 minute, using it on a 4-hour time frame, and you could go back to see when these things happen. And the same thing's going to happen going into tonight and today. You see everything here is red, waiting for this to turn green. All right, that could give you what's called a sell on NAS. Right, you could quickly get 1 or 2 pips out of that when this opens up. Okay, and we looked at a number of others, and a number of others are being called up by the system. Here's an NZD CHF, and just several trades being called out by the system. So hopefully that will help you, and King Arthur and George, right? We're back. All right, so thank you very much for your contribution there, David. All right, but George, all right, so George, all right, so let's get back to, and sorry, the lady who wanted to ask a question, my apologies. The lady who wanted to ask a question. The lady that wanted to ask a question, could you unmute, please? You said you wanted to ask something along the lines of where David was asking.
Grace.
Grace.
Yeah,
was it Grace? Okay.
Sorry. Okay, I wanted to ask a question along the line the guy was asking. You said,
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you say the 4 lines, you have to look at the 4 lines. The 4th line has to be different. If it is for a sell, the 4th line has got to be green. So is it at that point that you now go to look at the scanner to pick up the trade? No, the scanner sends you the message to tell you, look out here. Could you read the first one for me? Read the first one. I see that. So after you've identified that all the lines are correct, the 4th line is different, at what point do you go to pick the trade from the scanner? Okay, so the scanner sends you the trade and then you go to the chart to look at it. I am aware of that. It does sense the trade. If you're confirming, so this calls out the trade, and then we go here to look at the trade.
not the reverse. Okay, so this scanner sends you a message to tell you, here's a trade, CAD CHF. Can you see this CAD CHF here?
Okay.
And this is saying this is a sell trade. All right, sell trade. Can you see that? The red arrow going down.
Yeah, it's obvious. Anybody can see it. Yeah, can see the
All
red
right.
line.
Okay. So then you come over here,
Yeah.
and during the training, you're gonna get shown how to.
And then once you're confirmed, then you said if it's a sell trade, then you have to draw a line. I mean, if it's
you will call it draw a line, but essentially you're gonna put in a trade.
New safety trade alert.
But right now we're drawing a line because we're not gonna put in a trade line. I'm not gonna do that at this time.
Is there a chance you could take a trade that you demonstrate to us how we
Esther,
how we go confirm the,
yeah, Esther.
Yes, I can. And I actually took a trade when you were talking about GBP and ZD. I've made about 45 US dollars.
All right, and then I know we did a couple of days because there's different times of the day when the market is better for this. And what was it that we were on? I made some money from it, and you made some money from it at the same time.
I'm going to the history. Give me 1 minute.
I think it was SPX, right?
Yes, US Tech,
right.
yes.
Yeah, so the system called it out and both of us took the trade. I took it live and Esther took it as well. And both of us earned money from that trade. So right now I wouldn't trade because the market is just opening up. I wouldn't put in a trade now. The market is too
sluggish.
Spreads are sluggish and the spreads are too wide.
Yeah.
Right. You see the spread here, this blue and the red number here and the blue number here, it's too wide. Okay. This is 4 pips between this and here is 4 pips. So when you open a trade, you're going to be 4 pips down. You could literally be, $4, $40 down in the red when you open the trade because of the spread. So we have to wait until the spread narrows, and it narrows after about an hour and a half, the market's open up. But you learn all of those things as you go along, right? So you know what are peak times to do that, okay? All right, so Grace, in helping you to understand the process, the website sends us the messages on what to trade. Are you following me with that now, Grace?
I fully understand. I think it becomes clearer to other people, maybe not only to me, when it is being demonstrated. Because
all right, so we're going to demonstrate this one, GBP CHF. Okay.
But you say you can't take the trade because you're not able to take the trade.
All right, so let's put in the lines as if we're taking the trade, which we did. All right, so let's put in the lines as if we're taking the trades. Okay. So these lines represent opening up a trade. Wait a second. All right. So GBP, what was it? GBP. Let's look at Eurochef. Okay, Eurochef. This one. Let's just look at that one. Eurochef. Eurochef. All right. So Eurochef are already changed. The pattern already changed. All right. So this is not a good one because the red broke and changed back to green. So this is not a good one to use. All right. So let's go on again to look for another one. CAD CHF was there. That one is a little bit old. And then there's US oil. Let's go check out US oil on the buy. And let's see what's going on with US oil. Let's see what's going on with US oil right here. Right. Okay. Oops. No. Not opening it up. Oh. All right, good. All right. So here you could see when it was called out, right? When it was called out by the system, when the email would have come, everything was green. Can we see that, Grace? So the message came, you could see that, right? This means that this is about 5 minutes ago, all right? When this came, that's what this means, right? This green here means it's about 5 minutes. If the hour is still going up and down, alert within 5 minutes. If we see this new alert that just announced by the system. So this has been a few minutes ago, okay? And we could see that here, okay? We could see how many minutes have passed since that. We could count each of these bars, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So call this out twice. And here's the system calling out a new one. Let's see if we could catch one that's brand new AUD NCD 1 minute sell stop. So let's go look at that AUD NCD 1 minute sell stop. All right, to help everybody to understand the process. All right, let's see if we could, see if this is a good one to take advantage of right now. Let's see. All right, good. All right, so AUD NZD, you could see this, right? Red, 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 green, red. So the market came up. Now, once we see this and these two time frames agree, the 1 minute and the 5 minute agree, you would now right click into this box, Grace, and click the word trading and then click the word new order. Then we're going to click what's called pending order. Once you click pending order, then we're going to click what's called a sell stop. Once you click a sell stop, we're going to scroll this line down, 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 down. Then I would hit place. Now, place means that this trade is now here. Now, the market will have to come down and activate me. Because of these spreads, I'm not going to allow this to happen because I don't want to activate a trade with such a wide spread. So I'm going to delete my entry here, right? Delete this entry here. Okay, so, but I'm going to put in this line as if I was waiting to do this trade. Are you following me now, Grace?
Yeah, that's okay.
Right. So if the market comes down and touches this line, it puts me into the trade. And then if it goes through the second line, I'd have made a profit. I will take my profit here. Or sometimes what I'll do is that as soon as the trade activates, you know, sometimes I'll take the profit that I get out of the trade right away. Sometimes I won't bother to wait until it comes all the way down. But we could leave this on the screen to see if it does this. Either, and David, you could watch this, either it's going to go, it's going to keep going up. If it keeps going up, King Arthur, if it keeps going up, will I be in the trade or not?
New safety trade alert. New safety
King Arthur,
alert.
if it keeps going up, would I be in the trade or not? Okay, King Arthur is not.
You won't be in the trade.
I won't be in the trade. So for me to be in the trade, it has to what? It has to go down. All right. So is it almost activating the trade now, King Arthur? Is it almost activating the trade? It didn't come through the line, but it came close. Are you there? Okay. King Arthur, did I win this trade?
Yes.
Grace, did I win this trade?
I love this. I love this.
All right. Oh, you mean you have to love this? All right. So wait. Let's back up a minute. All right. What was that the system just called out a while ago? AUD NZD. So let's go back to it. AUD NZD came from here, not from me. Right here. We all saw that, right? When the system called it out. Brand new trade. And then we went now, I will put AUD NZD on this chart. I quickly looked at the 5 minute and I quickly looked at the 1 minute. And I said, I'm in agreement with it. Only problem I have right now is the spread is too wide for me. Okay, that's my only problem right now this time of the day. So I don't like to do that. But you could see that if the spread was nice and tight, which it will be in an hour or so, I would be in this trade all day long. And would I have made money, King Arthur? David.
Profitable trade.
David, would I have made money on this trade, David? David, come on, you heckled me, man. So come, bro.
No, boss, my intention is not to heckle.
Come on, David, I'm just playing with you. Come on, don't be so touchy, right? Come on, we're all brothers and sisters here, right?
You're all just trying to learn. I'm not in the business of trying to heckle you, bro.
All right,
But
David.
yes,
all right,
you in this instant, you would have made money. All I'm saying, Dr. Harry, please understand me. I'm trying, and also for the rest of the people, to understand how easy this system is, as you say it is. So obviously you have a tough job making us believe how easy it is. I'm saying I have not yet seen how easy. I mean, I don't understand why it's like, to me, the system is speaking in tongues, and then I'm having a trouble understanding.
All right, so this website, all right, wait, David, let's just take it one step at a time. This website sends you an email to tell you that AUD NZD has a sell order on the 1 minute.
But it has timestamp. So what does the timestamp mean?
At the moment that it was called, because it's a real-time website. All right, so AUD NZD. You remember when it says new trade alert, and I went on the AUD NZD, right? Anybody here saw that? Anybody else saw that when it said new trade alert, and I went to AUD NZD? Anybody else saw that?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Right, and I put it on the chart. And when I put it on the chart, we were here. Okay, this was red, 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 green, red. And then I said this is a good trade because on the left is also red. And I was gonna put just for demonstration, I right click trade and click new order, and I literally put in an entry, but I deleted it because I do not want to put in a trade with such a wide spread. And then I put in this line. The top line is my entry, but it's a fake entry, and the second line is my TP. And we can all see that the trade won. We can all see that the trade went up, turned around, and put me into the trade and went to my TP. We could see that.
Safety trade alert.
Okay. And then here's the system calling out another one. Well, 5. Let's just do one. USDG, no, that's 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Our 5-minute trades, they take longer, and 2 15-minute trades. Those are going to take a longer period of time to develop. All right, 5 minutes may not take that long, but 5-minute buy stops, right? Yeah, usually I'm on a Zoom. I'll call it back soon. All right, so 5-minute buy stop, 5-minute sell stop, 5-minute sell stop. All right, 15-minute buy stop, 15-minute sell stop. So these are 5 trades at the same time the system is calling out. So if you wanted to, you could go and analyze all of these and decide which ones you wanted to trade. That's the power of the scanner. It gives us a little over 1,000, sometimes as much as 2,000 trades in a day. And you could literally use a period of time and pick and choose the ones you want. Some of us will not want to sit down on our laptop and take these 1-minute, 5-minute trades. So the 4-hour, let's look at the indices. The 4-hour trades are nicer because you put those in and set them and you just go on about your business and you could check it once a day. And here is XAG USD on a 4-hour trade, okay? And then you could see that, David, all right? Sorry, I'm going back to the XAG, but David, you could see, Arthur, you could see, everybody could see what happened. This is not me making up anything. This is what the system called out, and we put the order. We didn't put an order in, but we pretended we did that. Grace, can you see the process now? A little bit clearer? Grace, are you there? Can you see the whole process? The email came, right? The system called out AUD NZD. Remember when we saw AUD NZD and we saw that there was a little yellow thing here that says new. Do you remember that? Grace, are you with me? Hello? Grace, are you still there? All right. Okay, maybe Grace is gone. But everybody could see this. I mean, I'm just beside myself with gratitude because look at this. David, come on. Come on, David. Talk to me, David. Do you see how simple this is now, right? Let's look at it. The system sends you a message, AUD NZD sell stop. Then you go to the left, you go to the MT4, and then you put it on your chart, and then you decide if you're going to put it in or not. You're going to get training on where to put it, you know, where's the best place to put your entry and stuff. This is not a training. This is just to present and to whet people's appetite. Hopefully they decide to buy their technology, and then you get trained on how to use it. I had to watch a video, the training video. The gentleman recommends that you watch a training video 50 times a week for 4 weeks before you start trading in a demo, and then afterwards you trade live. That's his recommendation. I watched the training video that he gave us over and over and over and over again until I understood what I'm trying to explain. But I'm also seeking to market this on behalf of Xtream, and that's what I'm seeking to do today, to whet your appetite. All right, so hopefully that helped you, David, and anybody else. I mean, man, this is booyaka time. Booyaka, 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 because guess what? Look at this. Where in the world could I have a system that would have given me this type of information? King Arthur, talk to me now. Talk to me, somebody. Because normally would have to be on trading view trying to guess it's going to go up, it's going to go down, trend line, Fibonacci, da, 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 da. All we had to do was just red, 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 green, red, put in the order, and then wait for the trade to manifest.
What I like about it is that your order is on what you call it, sell or buy stop, where you're not into the trade until all of the other things come together.
Exactly. So you're not doing market execution. So you're not putting in a trade and hoping that the trade is gonna go in your direction. You're waiting for the lineup for this to line up. So if it came up and it kept going up in the air, you know, you're trying to get a sell, no big deal, right? You just delete your trade and move on. But if it turns around and puts you in the trade, you know you're gonna have a high probability of winning that trade. And it's only a function of, here's how people can lose the trades. When it starts going into profit, some people are trying to get this big long move, okay? And trying to win like 10, 15, 20 pips on a trade. These 1 minute and 5 minute trades are designed for you to win 1 to 2, 3 pips, right? That you grab out of these, it's a sniper trade. You grab 1, 2, 3 pips out of these trades and move on. Trade with a bigger lot size, you could earn more money because you're going for 1, 2, 3 pips. You're not trying to get 10, 15, 20 pips on a 1 minute and a 5 minute. The 30 minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, you can go for the longer ones for that, right? So David, I hope it helps you. NZD USD 5 minute sell stop. So you see the system is just calling out trades like crazy. And I'm telling you, you know what, I'm not telling you. You'll figure it out. If you choose to get the system, it will prove itself to you. Because no amount of talking and telling, you know, there's nothing like doing it yourself and witnessing this yourself, right? And learning how to put it in yourself and then seeing the trades win for yourself. There's nothing that will convince you like that. No amount of talking that I do can do that for you, all right? So, and the great thing is that it's not hugely huge. It's not a huge amount of money. It's a good amount of money, but it's not going to break the bank. All right, thank you for that. So hopefully we understood the NAS daily trades that we could win thousands and hundreds of pips on those. Hopefully we understood that and saw that for what it is. But man, I'm just very grateful and thankful that we have the system, guys, that gives us this type of information that we can eliminate the guesswork. So we don't have to be wondering, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? What's going to happen? We no longer have to get into that type of drama. All right. And then we'll have a scanner giving us loads upon loads of trades every day and multiple time frames. So if you're not someone who wants to do the 1 minute, 5 minute, because that's too fast for you, you do not want to sit down on the laptop and do that, then go for your 1 hour and the 4 hour trades. You can set them, put your stop loss in place, put your TP in place, and just let the order activate on its own and do what it's going to do. The 1 hour and the 4 hour time frames, you know, the gentleman who developed this, he says he has never seen it lose on a 1 hour and a 4 hour time frame. The 1 minute and a 5 minute time frame, because they're so fast, they can wick you in and turn back, right? Just so you know, and just being transparent, the 1 minute trades can wick you in and turn back, right? So, and if you're not fast, if you're not quick, you'll get into profit, you'll see profit, and it can turn back on you and put you into a loss. So you have to be very quick to do 1 minute and 5 minute trades. So if it's not your thing, stay away from the 1 minute, 5 minute trades and go for the 1 hour, right? The 1 hours take a long time to develop, but they will develop and you can make money from them as well. So thank you very much, David, for your spirited contribution. I really appreciate you being here and wrestling with me, because that was good. That was really good, because it would help a lot of people who are in the very same situation to really start to kind of wrap their minds around this. So thank you, David. So if here,
Dr. Harry.
Yeah, my brother, you're gonna get me some of those great dishes when I come over there to Ireland, right? You're in Ireland, right?
The United Kingdom, but you'll get ugali and chapati if you come along.
All right, my brother. Hakuna Matata, right? Asante sana.
When are you coming to Nigeria?
Hey, man, I love Nigeria. I lived here for 8 years. My favorite food over Nigeria is goosey and pounded yam. Right? All right, USD Chef, 1 minute buy stop, AUD NZD 1 minute sell stop, right? So let's look at, you could see these two, the system just called out. USD Chef, 1 minute buy stop, AUD NZD 1 minute sell stop. So let's look at USD Chef, USD Chef, USD Chef. So you put the one on the 5 minute chart, and you're gonna put the second one on the 1 minute chart, right? Now, these USD Chef, USD Chef. Now here's the challenge. This is what we call a dirty buy. All right, I'm not excited about them. All right, because the higher time frame and the lower time frame are showing two different moves. They work. Don't get me wrong, but you have to be very quick to make money from this, because it's selling on the 5 minute, but it's buying on the 1 minute. Okay, so you have to be very fast to make money on it, because when it comes and touches, when it came down here and touched this line, it shot back up quickly. So you have to be very quick on your fingers to be able to take that type of 1 minute. But the 5 minutes is showing a push down. And if we go to the 15 minute, it's showing a buy. So the 5 minutes is kind of in between, and the 30 minutes is showing a buy. So I would prefer to go with the 1 minute buy than what the 5 minutes is showing me as a sell. Okay.
Can I ask a question, Doc? Can I ask
the
a
5
question?
minutes is the 5 minutes is a buy. I'm not sure what I was looking. Maybe it's a higher time frame up here though. 4 hour. Oh, it's a 4 hour. It's a 4 hour that was on a sell. All right, the 4 hours on a sell. The 5 minute chart for USD Chef is on a buy. Okay, and the 1 minute is on a buy. So if we were a little bit faster, this is one hour. Let's go over to the 1 minute. All right, so the 1 minute here, you could see it just turned. We're a little late. We could see that, right? We could see that. Green, 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 red, green. You could see that, right? When the red came down here. So on the 1 minute chart on USD Chef, the red came down here, and you could see it on the left where everything was nicely lined up as green. So this is a nice trade, a really nice trade, but we're a little late because you could see it started buying back up already. You could see that. So if we were taking this on time, you'd have put your entry just there and you'd already be in profit, okay? And this is when the trade would have been called out, right here. You'd have seen a boom, you jump over to it quickly, look at what you're doing and put your trade in, okay? And you could see that now you're in the money, okay? You'd have been able to take those profits if you want, or you could still put in a TP. But what I generally do is that when I get into profit, man, I take my blues, all right? I take my blues, all right?
Dr. Harry.
Yes.
Must you put your entry, whether it's a buy stop or sell stop, at the, what's it called now?
Just above the trade line or below the trade line?
Is it the MA? Is it moving
Yeah,
average
the MA,
line?
the moving average. The moving average, that's in it for beginners. Then beginners need to put it above for the buy and slightly below for the sell, for beginners, right?
Oh.
Now, I know where you're going, David. You're asking me if why not go for the entry down here? That's what you want to know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you start practice with it, you will be able to pick that up. Because to be able to decide on that, right? Because here's what happens. If you try to come too close to where price is, price could keep going down. Okay, and it hasn't developed momentum to come back up yet. So that's the risk with trying to come too close to where price is. So it's better to stay a little bit away from where it is so that you can turn around and start to really come back up, or turn around and start to go back down. Because you don't want to find a situation where it just looks like it's coming back up, you jump into the trade too early, and then it turns back and goes in the opposite direction. You want to have the trade needs to have some momentum in your direction. So you know, okay, you know, the trade is going up or doing down, as the case might be. But after a while, you'll be able to become more confident, because with the training, when you understand the indicators some more, you're going to know that, hey, you know what, look at the 15 minute. 15 minutes is showing me a sell. The 30 minutes is showing, 15 minutes showing me a buy. The 30-minute chart, there's a buy going on. All right, and then the 1 hour chart, there's also a buy trend. So when you look at these higher time frames, you will feel much more confident to take a buy on the lower time frame. All right, because when you become used to using these higher time frames. So looking at this higher time frame, looking at the 1 minute, the 1 hour chart, right here on USD Chef, the 1 hour chart is showing me, man, this is a nice buy trend. You can see that, right? Is a nice buy trend. So I'm comfortable taking a 1 minute buy and and expecting for it to keep going up, because the higher time frame support this. But sometimes
in this case, where do you put your stop loss?
Down here, right down here, right below here, right below here, right below here, where this hook is. Okay, so if it turns back on you, it knocks up between here and here. And then that's covered in the training as well. That is covered in the training as well.
Do you calculate the risk to reward ratio to determine that?
Yes, you do that. You have to do that. You do that. There's training for that. If those who do not know risk to reward, remember, Xtream is an academy. So we do have training for proper money management, risk management, all of that is there as a part of our ongoing training and education to better manage an account and do it properly. So taking the wrong risk. And guys, make sure you trade with that stop loss, right? It's very, very important that you put in. Once the trade activates, you move your entry to stop, you drag your line down, you put it here. But all of that is covered in the training. Because once people buy the technology, you're going to get that training from the developer. And you also have ongoing training with Xtream leaders and educators as well to help you to better efficiently use the system for those who become Xtreamfx members.
Question, doctor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this the purchase price, an annual fee, a monthly fee, or it's a one-time buy?
It's an annual fee. So you annual for the technology. All right, let me just go to that. All right, so it's $524 at Xtream for the MT4 to look like this. All right, yeah. And then $75 a month for the scanner, which is included for the first month. So it's $599, but it's $524 for the technology and $75 for the scanner. So the scanner is what gives us these messages, right? So we have 3 more messages here: NZD CAD, 15-minute, 30-minute, and the platinum XPT, right? So that's the breakdown. You're gonna pay $599 really for $524, but the $75 we bundle it together. So you're paying $599, and it includes the scanner for a month. If you want to keep the scanner, then you pay $75 every month if you want to keep the scanner. Okay?
Okay, okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're giving me a 1 year to become a millionaire. That's what is that what you're doing?
Hey, King Arthur, at the money time, listen, brother. May I tell you, hey, but those who are from Nigeria, this is the last bus stop for money, okay? Yeah. Owo today, David Ochua. Owo today. Right? Because
yeah.
For real, because this system, it's giving us, look at these 1 hour trades. Just look at these 1 hour trades and NAS. Where in the world could we ever have a system that gives us 1 hour trades like this, right? This one just happened a couple of days ago. This one right here, right? Green, red, green. Okay, because these are 1 hour, right? You could see what happened. If you were here and you got this trade, you could see what took place. You could literally see how much pips you'd have won, right? Literally, and the market is here. That's 292 pips, and this took place on
Doctor,
go ahead, July 27th.
If you want to take a trade on higher time frame, that means you need to have a higher margin.
You have to have deeper pockets. Deeper pockets, yep. Deeper
that's
pockets.
The meaning, because the risk will be so high if you have a small account.
No, you can't use a small account on 4 hour and 1 hour, because you have to put in, like for example, let's say you put your entry here, you're gonna have some pullback. It's not gonna just go shoot up. So you need to put, and if you're gonna put in your entry here, okay, your stop loss would need to be down here. So you need to have an account that can take this pullback just to give you room for it to breathe. All right. So just bear that in mind. All right.
Does the scanner has any provision for maybe DCAing into a trade?
The provision for what?
To DCA into a trade.
Dollar cost averaging. Is that what you mean?
Dollar cost averaging,
yeah, bro. I don't know that. That's fancy stuff. I don't know the fancy stuff. Esther, you want to answer? Because I don't know. I've never done dollar cost averaging.
I only do dollar cost averaging when I'm buying crypto. So this is trading. So when you're trading, it's different. Like when you're buying assets, you can dollar cost, because it is lower and you had bought an amount, then you keep adding until you are able to get to the level you really want to buy. That's what I understand on dollar cost averaging.
Yeah,
so
you are right.
Yeah. So I don't think you would do it on when you are actively trading.
Oh, thank you, Esther. Yeah. I know she's going to be our superstar in this team. I feel it. I know.
Oh, gosh.
I know you're going to kill this thing. All right. So, so simple terms, David, these 4 hour trades, yes, you have to have some deeper pockets to put them in. I haven't started putting them in yet, but I know I'm going to be doing a lot of them. all right, because I was going to silver earlier because silver was the latest one that was called out by the system. All right, so as I build up my own trading capital, I'll be putting in those trades. And this is just millionaire season. All right, so you see here, it was called out, right? Silver, all right, silver shot down like that. All right, so you see a big sell-off took place, and now it's buying back up. Okay, you could see that, right? And this is on the 4 hour. And then you look on the daily chart on silver is also a buy. All right, and the trend is a buy on the daily on silver. You could see that. So on the 4 hour on the silver, this is a nice trade to take. You could see that when it activated the first time, it went up. You could have closed out with some profit here. Then it sold off again and came back down. And you see it's now making its way back up again to give you another entry just about here. The recommendation from the developers that you take entry above the MA. Okay, you could probably ask, if you do get the technology, David, when you go to the training with him, you get a chance to ask questions about those things, right? So you could ask him questions as to why you choose above the MA and that type of thing, right? And whether you choose that you should come down here and take the trade and why you should and why you should. So, so you'll have that opportunity with the developer of the technology. Everybody gets one training with him. All right, so hopefully, Grace, I hope it was clearer to you. All right, see another trade, AUD card, a bunch of them. You see, this is an abundance system, right? Abundance. You will not be short of trades. That I can tell you, right? You're not going to be short of trades. GBP, AUD, GBP, NZD, NZD, CAD, NZD, Chef, these are all 1 minute trades that the system called within the last 5 minutes. So if we were to go to AUD card and quickly look at that, you'd see that on the 1 minute time frame, right? You could see that there's a buy that was just called out. See, the market pushed down, all right, sold off, and a lot of people would think it's reversing, jumped in for a sell, but the market is not selling, it's actually buying, because this is called a fake out indicator, right? He calls it the base indicator, green, 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 red, green, right? If you had the system and you had got this call out, this is each of these candles are 1 minute. How many minutes is this so far? Somebody tell me, how many minutes is this so far since the system called this out?
5 minutes.
How many? 5 minutes, right? So if you had the system, you would have put in your order here, that's entry, and what would have happened? The gentleman that answered me a while ago, what would have happened here a while ago?
You make the money.
Yeah, that's it. So here it is, this calls it out, okay? Making our life simple, AUD card, 1 minute, buy, stop. Then you go over here and you look for it. But because we didn't do it at the moment when it was called, then this trade already won. Okay? And it does that over and over and over again. So when we say it's 99% accurate, David, in Ireland, UK, that's it. It's not hype. You know, it's not hype. It's what it is. And after you get an understanding of how to use it, then it will become clear to you. Here's another one. And I know a lot of us want these big moves, but there's a strategy you learn in training on how to do these big moves, okay? How to get these big 15, 20, 60, 70 pip moves. There's a strategy to catch that, right? Which you'll learn in training. All right. Okay, I think we had a great Sunday presentation. Mark is hot. I need to go make some money tonight. So I need to get myself off of here, give this another half an hour, because these spreads, these brokers and these spreads, boy, I tell you, you know, this is narrowing. You see the spread starting to narrow, guys. This is now down to almost 2 pips. Okay, so the trades are narrowing. And then here's another trade. Let's look at this one quickly before we wrap up. This is crypto, EOS USD, right? So let's go grab that quickly. We didn't look on any crypto. We looked on crypto on weekends, but EOS USD, I don't know what EOS means, but it's over here on the Where is EOS? Right here, right?
EOS.
Yeah, EOS, right? Okay, so this is on the 1 minute. You could see this is a sell. You see the system called out for a sell. All right, 1 minute sell stop, right? M1 SS. Okay, so you just simply go grab it, and then you put your entry down below here. You'll put in the entry down below here. Now, here's the thing about cryptos, everybody. The brokers, most of the brokers don't have good spreads on it, right? So you have to find a broker. There's one called I can't remember the name of it. has good spreads, but you have to have like $5,000. So can you see this? What's happening there? Anybody could see what's happening with the trade? Because I have to move quickly to put the entry in. Okay, so if I was trading out with new order, blah, 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 you see the spread, look at the spread. Crazy spread. I'm not going to put trades in that type of crazy spread. Okay, let's look at the other one that's being called up. Which one is that? EOS, same EOS, right? You'd see we're in the money. Can we see that we're in the money? Can anybody see that we're in the money?
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So, so David, my friend, David over in Ireland, UK, from the East Africa, my friend, my brother, after you get the system, you will see. All right. I won't have to, nobody will have to convince you, David, and it will become clearer to you. How do you pronounce your name? Gachua?
Hopefully. Gashusha.
Gashusha. Right. So yeah. So ultimately, what's going to prove this to you is after you use it. When you use it for yourself and you understand how to use it, then it will prove itself to you. And then you will be very grateful for the one who invited you to be here and to give you the opportunity to see the system. And I want to encourage everybody to invite others to come and learn about the system, because I'm telling you, we're at the point right now where you do not have to do any marketing to make money. AUZ NZD 5-minute sell stop, right? So I don't have to do a presentation to make money anymore. I used to, because that's where I started off with marketing to make money. But now I can trade. And I'm becoming better and better with the system. And this is just my 3rd month. Just what's going to happen 9 months from now. King Arthur, you understand what I'm going to mention?
I just wanted. I was kind of in a trance a while ago, because I said, okay, what was a rumor for me is now being played out in front of my eyes. I must say that. But I heard about this thing, and this is the first time I'm catching your presentation, and I tell you,
bro.
So
I'm telling you guys, I want 86 pips on a news candle, because the system calls out the news. Okay, I'm telling you, just those are the system. When the system lines up and gives you the trade and news is gonna come, just watch what happens. You're going to see that it moves in the direction of what it says. It calls out the news candles. I got, it was. Yeah, news candle. And and here's the thing about it. You know how big those news candles can be, especially some of those, especially CPI. So when you put this in and you wait, you just literally see a candle just shoot down like this and put you into like 50, 60 pips profit. And it happened. I've seen it happen when the developer was doing it, but it happened for me personally. Okay, I saw the trade, put my order in, and then the market when the news time came, boom, shot up. It was 105 pips. And when it pulled back to 80 some pips, I closed it out at 86 pips. And that was less than 30 seconds. So
congratulations.
Thank you. So just watch what's gonna happen. This thing is a beast. This system is a beast. There's no reason. And I'm not hypey, right? But there's no reason why you can't make $1 million US, right? If you don't have the appetite for that, I understand, but that's my type of appetite. And, I'm going for it. I'm going for it because the guy, Jeff Cochran, he made $1.4 million in 7 months using the system. Another guy, Phil, earned $550,000 US in 7 months. He started trading live in December last year, and he's never traded before. He had never traded before. Okay, and there's several people right now. When you join the group and you're in the Discord, the private Discord for the traders who have the safety trade or the developer, you'll see that there are people earning $5,000, $3,000, $500, $1,600 a day. Some people $13,000. One guy just posted last week $60,000 in a day, right? So it is what it is. It's not hype. It's just what it is. We now have a system that gives us accurate data.
Something.
Yes, sir.
For those who are here who don't know Dr. Harry, well, I don't know him personally, I know him virtually. And for those who don't know Dr. Harry, like myself, was never a trader. He's a very good marketer. He's a people person and he knows how to talk. I give him that. He's a good talker. But the excitement I hear about this man who learned how over these few months how to do this trading is, I mean, it's like a new person who has discovered something that wow. I don't have to. He said he didn't have to do any marketing. That's got to be a real thing. But persons need to understand what that really means, because all his life he's been marketing. And I mean, this is like putting something in somebody's hands and saying, "Oh, listen, man, learn this and go ahead, go have a happy life." That's how I'm looking at it.
Exactly. So here's the thing, because what happens is that we no longer have to market to make money, because before you had to market to make money. But now we can make money, and it's tempting to not market, right? To be honest. But I know that my creator considers that as selfishness.
Right.
So I do not keep my mouth shut about it. That would be
no.
Yeah, because I know our creator is gonna frown on us if we do that. Right? Because if somebody didn't tell me King Arthur and somebody didn't tell you, we wouldn't know about this technology.
Yeah, that's true.
We wouldn't know that we could literally download a simple thing on our phone or laptop and make so much money. We wouldn't. So it behooves us to share the information with people. We should not keep this private. We shouldn't. That's how I feel. We should share this information with people. Help people to come to know about it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be spreading the word, guys. I'm going to running off my mouth, because this is a blessing. All right. And I encourage you to tell other people. I believe that there will be more grace on your trades if you help other people to learn about the system. AD card, 15-minute sell stop, right? If you help more people to come and learn about this, I do believe that there's going to be more grace on your trades. All right, man, I'm going to be looking at my NAS. I need to go and see what's going on with NAS here, because NAS is a feeding tree, everybody. NAS is a beautiful feeding tree. So right now you can see that it bought up really nicely since open the market. Okay. Right. In fact, it was a 5 minute. It was a 5 minute that kicked in. Right. It's a 5 minutes buy. Green, 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 red, green. Right. This was there. It was a 5 minute buy market open, and it bought up. Okay. And then it's the 1 minute is buying. For those who have the system, just wait for it to come back and either touch this line, or for you to get a nice little blob of red here. If you enter a buy, after that happens, either it touches here, or you get a nice blob of red here, you put in a buy order, which I will do. As soon as I get a pullback here, I'm going for this like nobody's business. All right, as soon as I get a pullback, pullback here. All right, I want to pull back to this line, and then I'm going in for a buy. Okay, I'm going in for a buy without question. All right, check out the high time frame. 15 minutes, look at that. Buy. All right, 30 minutes, look at that. King Arthur, I know you must be wondering, is that Doc talking about
it's so like a different person.
Right? No, because I didn't know A or B or C or D about trade.
Yeah.
And now I can be talking in this way, right? Yeah. So you know what's going up. Right? So let's go, guys. Let's go. It's money time, right? Money time. And please bless others. I do this presentation 7 days a week, Monday to Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern. And a part of why I also do the presentation is because I learn more, from people like David, who comes and challenges us and asks us questions, and Grace and so forth. It helps me to get better clarity. So I learn more by doing the presentations as well, and helping other people to know about the system.
You'll be seeing me and hearing me until I get myself organized.
I know you're gonna blow this out of the water. Fire! All right. If there are no other questions from anybody else, we're gonna close off. We've been on here long today. We're normally not on here for more than about 45 minutes, but today it was beautiful. David, thank you once again for your contribution. I must say I appreciate you doing that for us. All right, I really appreciate it.
You're most welcome, sir.
Yeah, a lot of people have their questions and they won't say anything and they won't speak up. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you for doing that. All right, everybody. Love everybody. All right. Thank you very much for being here, and we will see each other on the beaches of the world. All right, and we're going to meet each other at the banks as well as we continue to grow our trading accounts.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Thank
Esther,
you.
I know you're going to trade this to shreds. All right. Love everybody. All right, bye-bye.